Hello everybody, my name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Spin Fishing character. As you may be able to tell, we are out at Ladoga for the first time, so between episodes, I had a phone call a few minutes ago when I first logged in. I went out on Oldberg, I cast out at the same spot we were fishing for pike not yesterday, but last episode, and had a really good pike on, and it bit off my lure. So I did lose the crank that we were using there. I'll buy a new one later, but I figured I'd go ahead and say that. So nice 1.6 kilo Laker to start the day here. So we are out at Ladoga. I'm trying to follow along kind of this deep area here is usually my go-to spot. I kind of like to cut around here and then come back up through. That's going to be what I'm aiming for. And we're going to do some trolling today. I did buy a 5-day boat ticket, so we'll be here for a while. Kind of makes sense for a new water body. And then probably in the future, we'll do some more jigging instead as well. But today's going to be mainly trolling and seeing what we can get. For those who are not aware of Ladoga, it is very much a kind of inlet into a big lake. You can see the buoys off in the distance there. That's the edge of the map. And the fish can obviously go past the edge of the map, but you cannot. So be a little bit careful when you're out here. I have had some luck trolling along the buoy line. I may do some of that as well too. And then a lot of times using wacky rigs up through here can be pretty decent as well. Been a while since I've done that though. But a lot of salmon type fish. There's definitely Lakers. And then there's a bunch different species of char as well as big old Baltic sturgeons as well. Char, catfish, burbot, um, gray chars, graylings, Ladoga salmons, lake trout, like I mentioned, whitefish, perch, pike, red char. A lot of good float fishing as well too, and that type of thing. Vindus, Xanders. So there's a lot of good options here, I think. On the rods, I'll show them off as we catch things. Right now, I've got the Spiker 218 on the small mosquito rod. And I gotta be getting close to the edge. I am. I think I actually hit the edge. Yep. Good news is you can usually turn from the edge of the map here. Small Laker. Over here on rod 2, I've got the original crank 9. I think it's 002 if I remember correctly. I'll look at it here. I didn't mean to put it in there. Original crank 006. I do have 2/0 hooks on there as well too. So going for big fish and got something decent on here now. That required turning up the friction brake. Then over on rod 1, I've got the Snatcher 2. But if this stays active, I do have a second original crank 9 that I may switch over to. But this fish is pretty decent. I had to turn the friction brake up to 25, so it's not super amazing on the HSV, but it's better than some of the fish we've caught recently. Hopefully it's a salmon type fish. If it's a Laker, it's a trophy. Probably. It's a salmon. 5.4 kilo salmon, not bad. 8,000 XP. Like I said, I kind of like to come up this way. And then turn back towards the end of the map. I did hit shift there to kind of spin it around a little bit quicker. Just Just wanted to make sure there wasn't a fish on there. And then I like to go back towards the edge of the map. Kill off a couple of programs I have running in the background that I forgot to. Got a little bit out of sorts when I got a phone call right as I was getting ready to start. Kind of glad I got the phone call when I did. But that means I didn't go through my usual checklist. Because I wasn't thinking and was thinking, oh crap, I'm late. I need to get the episode recording. It's honestly not too bad. It's about 8 o'clock. There we go. Cleaned up what I should. We are getting close to nighttime, so it may slow down. I may just kind of do a tour of the map. Small fish on the spinner here. I think we do kind of a tour during the day or during the night. Another small perch. An 8-gram perch are into the buoy. I will say it seems like the buoy sticks out quite a bit. Weekly record Ladoga salmon. It is early in the week. It's Monday night, so I doubt that holds up, but I'll take a 5.4 kilo weekly record Ladoga. Kind of wish I had caught whatever I had hooked over on Oldberg. That was probably potentially a trophy pike, but it is what it is. I did end up recording that. I may throw the recording on at the end of the episode just so you all can see it and I'm not hiding anything from y'all. Once I hooked it and realized it was a good fish, I recorded while muted so there's no commentary on it. And had to avoid swearing when I lost the fish because I was talking to my mom. But it was a good old fish bit off by, or lure bit off by fish teeth, rig bit off by fish teeth. There's the word I'm looking for. And that happens. I was not using a steel leader. I had 27, I had a pretty big fluorocarbon leader on, so I'm kind of surprised it was able to. That's what tells me it was a huge pike. But it bit through it. I think I've turned the boat down just a little too much. Nope, I turned my headset down a little too much. I wasn't hearing the boat at all, and that's because the headset barely had any volume. Another smallish fish here on the spinner. Looks like a small laker. Yep. So we're kind of going along the edge of the map here. I'll turn up through this area and then come back down the deep stuff. I don't get a lot of good fish underneath the bridge here. I've had a couple of random fun fish in this area. And there's why I said under the bridge. You can actually walk all the way down here and into the lighthouse there. I'm trying to tell if there's a fish on two or not. I don't think there is. There might be. Dang it. It is fairly narrow here. There's not a fish on there. Still nothing on one. I don't think I put a clip on one. That's why it's so far behind the boat compared to rod two. Why is my phone making noises? Yes, thank you, USPS, for telling me the package that I picked up 3 hours ago from my mailbox was delivered. Oh well. Again, nighttime's not the best time for fishing here, but y'all see some of the scenery of Ladoga. The campsite's right there. So you can walk down from the town over the lighthouse and the campsite. And you go across a little rope bridge. Come on, fishy fish. Come on, sneezy sneeze. Ended up taking my hand off the mouse there, so I wasn't shaking it. How much rain we've had. We got dumped on again this morning. I'm not entirely surprised. Last night was a pretty good rainstorm, thunderstorm. This morning was a good little bit of thunder, good solid rainstorm though. We definitely need the rain, so I'm not complaining. I am laughing that a lot of people just had their roof replaced because we had a pretty good hailstorm a few weeks ago, and I think we had another hailstorm, and one of the people who just had fresh roofs is already having the same roofing company come out and look to see how much damage they got. And this one wasn't even that bad. I'm probably to the point I need a new roof next year. My roof's coming up on age. I bought the house 17 years ago the next month. And they put a new roof on. I think they finished the new roof today, 17 years ago. And the person I bought it from really didn't want to put a new roof on, but he had said in the seller's disclosure that I was getting a new roof, and my real estate agent was kind of old grandma lady, and she was not taking the new youngin. You know, I was very young when I bought the house. Uh, Probably younger than I should have been buying a house, but I was making enough money that it made sense. And I think the real estate agent of the seller was about the same age I was, and I was a year out of college. So gives you an idea of how young I'm talking here. and old grandma lady would not take the stuff that the new real estate agent was playing and the seller was playing. They don't want to replace a roof, even though they said I was getting a new roof. They wanted to just give me the money to do it because insurance wasn't covering the full cost. And because it was in the seller's disclosure and we'd already agreed on the price based on it being in the seller's disclosure, my real estate agent was not taking the we'll just give you the money so you can replace it, because I didn't have a whole lot of money. I actually put zero down on the house. And he threatened to have new real estate agent's license removed because she was not following the law. She took good care of me. And now she's long since retired. So when it comes time to sell my house again, if I ever sell the house, it'll be interesting. But it is what it is there. I've been very happy with the house. Definitely bigger than me and a dog need, but I'm okay with that. Just looked over at the dog and he is passed out with his head on the other armrest at the end of the couch. He was sleeping with his head on my arm this morning too, so he's one happy puppy. Another small perch by the feel of it. No, that's Vindus. No, it's Rippus. Little Rippus. All three of those were possible. Bonefish. Yeah. Game heard me. Nice, Vindy. 284 grams. Hopefully, it is supposed to rain in game today, so we'll see how that goes. I'd already committed to fishing here when I saw that, and didn't really want to go back, especially after losing the lure over at Oldberg. Plus, I spent the money to come here before I looked at the weather. I wasn't actually in the boat yet, so I hadn't started my 5-day boat ticket. But it is what it is. One fish. Come on, fish. Be a good one. Give me another big old salmon. lot of times I'll do this route as well too. That's been successful for me where I turn towards the rock wall along the edge. Turned a little bit early. Bouncing off invisible walls. We'll turn up like here for a little bit. In the past, when I was here, I never really had 3 decent rods. I only had 2, so not used to holding a rod in my hand fishing here. And honestly, this rod's a little bit small for here, but it is what it is. What do we have here? Little Xander? Little grayling. At least a marker, though. Fish over on 1. Didn't see it until I'd already cast this rod out. I also don't think I have a clip on this rod now that I think about it. Snatcher. I get a lib chub. That's my turnaround spot. Yeah, I'm a little bit past it. And spin around and go back towards the end of the map again. And then we'll turn to the side and see what we can get. Lone fish. guess I should throw this rod out too. Now that I think about it. Give me fish. Give me big fish. And we got 11 fish, so it hasn't been too bad. Especially since we went through the night. And that big Atlantic or Ladoga salmon. 5 kilo Ladoga should get us probably 30 to 40 silver, I think. Why that made there you ran into something sound. Marker perch. Know why that one did. This one's decent. I'm gonna guess this is a small acre. Grayling was close. Very small grayling. Did not expect it to be that small. Also expected more activity than we're seeing. Fishy fish. Kind of glad I put the spinner on here. How slow the other rods have been. I do have big hooks on the other rod, so I'm not entirely surprised. Marker Laker. I will take that. Little bit off course. I had a feeling I might be. Slowly correct it a little bit. fish. I don't even know what to say. Swear the game is listening. Another Laker. Small one, though. Probably close to time to turn around. Nicely done there, idiots. One of my reviewers just got a whole bunch of weekly records. Actually didn't get to see them all before it timed out. Tiny, tiny perch. I'm gonna recast this one. Been acting a little weird. It's turnaround time so we can try and get back on where I want to be. I want to cast this before I turn. Go a little bit further up here. Go ahead and start the turnaround. That puts me about right where I want to be, or not. That's more like it. Another probable Laker. One kilo Laker. On fish. At one of the HSVs. You know you want. Ooh. Alright, so it looks like it was two fish just on ultralight and on an ultralight telestick for the year there, but I seen it. Come on, fish. some fishy fish. Just glad it hasn't been raining the whole day. Although knowing my luck, it's about to start by saying that. And especially now that it's going from sunny to partly cloudy. Decent perch here. Probably 400 or 500 grams. 529. Actually curious, what trophies do we need here? Char we'll probably get, gray char, Ladoga salmon, Laker, pike, red char. A lot of bottom and float fishing as well too. Perch is not one of them though. Come on, fish is on. Actually, two fish are on, and the rain's starting. That was a quick sunny to rainy. Almost like we're in the Midwest. $882-gram Laker. On the HSV here, we got a small fish. Perch. 584-gram perch. Come on, fish. Ooh, good fish. Oops. The rock wall. What do we have here? Doesn't sound super amazing, but also doesn't seem super small. Decent pike. 3.324. That'll be worth a decent amount. I can't tell, but there might be a fish on one already too. If it is, a smaller fish. Small perch here on 3. Marker though. There's a small perch. Probably over here. Very small, 92-gram perch. No wonder I couldn't tell if there was a perch on there or not. Or I guess a fish on there, not necessarily just a perch. Another one there by a viewer. Nice dace. Come on, fish. There's something weird going on with sounds. Should have turned around before I got here. Now I got to do a weird turnaround. I'm actually going to go ahead and reel this in because I'm going to have to shift turnaround. And there's a fish over on two, I think. Nope. Just dragging the ground. You can turn tighter when you hold shift. Ooh. This'll be fun. At least it's swimming that way. Well, looks like I'm going on this side of the island. Another one by Goonch. Uh-oh. I got two fish on that are pulling drag. This one and one over on rod one. Either that or I hooked the island with rod one. Or I guess that's rod two, actually. And I'm kind of committed to this fish because I can't pick up one of the other rods and put this one in a pod. concentration. Give up, fishy. Don't like that the other one is swimming towards the edge of the map. I am being pretty aggressive with this fish. Thank you, Alexa. Probably telling me that the same package that UPS just told me was delivered since it was a Amazon package. Come on, give up, fish. Nope. Probably gonna lose the fish on two. Unless I can complete this spin around. Still think I'm gonna lose the fish on two long term. I'm afraid to shut the motor off. Oh, I thought I had him. If I shut the motor off, I won't be able to start it back up while holding this rod. That's my concern. Ooh. I didn't get a good look at it there. I think it was a salmon, though. Might have been a laker. Come on, give up. I think it's giving up. I really wish I could grab rod one, put this in the rod pod. Reel in rod two. but she can't. Holding the wrong button there for a second. Yes, I know I'm burning my friction brake up. You're probably seeing the heat icon appear occasionally, like I am. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, give up. Nope, not giving up yet. Interesting news is Rod 2 is not pulling drag anymore. This is a bit risky. What I'm doing here, I'm turning the wrong way. I'm going to make the turn, though. Good. I don't like that this fish is trying to go out towards the edge of the map now. Trying to get in front of it. There we go. Got it turned back around. Still haven't lost a fish on 2, surprisingly. This one just got its second win, though. Come on, keep bouncing and turning, keep bouncing and turning. Gonna keep turning. Come on. Don't lose it now. Don't lose it now. Good. Did just do a little jump. I didn't see it. Come on. Give up, fishy fish. Didn't expect to spend the whole episode chasing one fish. Looks like we're going to go over time, too. Which I'm okay with. Ooh, didn't mean to turn up quite that high. I meant to stop at 28, and I almost went to locking the friction brake, which probably would have broken the mechanism on this reel. Mechanism's already somewhat worn out anyway, so I'm going to be a little careful. I'm definitely burning this friction brake up. And I knew this rod was a risk. That's part of why I only put a spinner on it. I think I just heard the fish on 2 jumping. Or being dragged up on shore, one or the two. Come on. Get worn out, fish. Really likes that weedy area over there. Ooh, 7.8 kilo Atlantic salmon, 17,000 XP. Nice fish. What do we have over here now? Nothing. This is snagged. This is go snagged. That's unfortunate. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may have to log off. That explains why we never lost a fish. We never had a fish on here. I am going to go run down here and see if we can't free this up. If not, I'm going to have to log off and back in before we sell. So what's happened here is the lure has gotten stuck on or in the island. I think it's the tip over here that it got stuck on. This one I'm going to reel in before I get it stuck too. I almost broke this line though. Having to reel in a lot of line. It's further down. Sometimes you can free these up by going around the island and just pulling it out. I don't think I'm going to be able to though. reason a lot of people call this as a ghost snag is I can't right click to free it. Yep, it's stuck. Yep. All right. I'll be back in a second. I gotta log off to be able to sell fish. I don't want to lose anything here, so be right back. All right. We are back where you log in to the town. Cafes down here in this little shack. I know there was a Laker order that we might have gotten. Free 1.6. We only got one. Dang it. It's worth a try. Nothing else. So nothing there. Boat station's at red building. The fish market is right here. And that Atlantic salmon that we chased forever is 52. The pike was 19. And I'm guessing the Ladoga was 31. So decent day. 127 silver. Not the best, but we had to chase a fish all day. So I'm not too disappointed here. Grocery store here. The administration building where you can buy your maps here. And then when you get to Ladoga, you unlock a beluga store. So this sells the beluga reels, usually a little bit cheaper, and also will do repairs for them a little bit cheaper as well too. So something to keep in mind if you're looking at buying a beluga reel. Hardware stores here. Hardware store is a little bit expensive here. It's about 10% higher than over at Volkov. This is the grocery store, I believe. Can't see. No, this is a tackle store. And the workshop's right there. Definitely a fun map. Definitely a place we'll be doing some jigging on here probably next episode. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back again tomorrow. And we'll see you then. Bye bye now.